One of the most famous images to come out of Utah is the champagne photo taken when the Transcontinental Railroad came together at Promontory Point. But it's missing some important people. In a story that is positively Utah, Fox 13 reporter Brian Champagne tells us how a new sculpture unveiled today is trying to make up for that.
Shiny steam locomotives put on a show at the Golden Spike National Historic Park. The show usually culminates in the reenactment of the Golden Spike from 153 years ago, the one you've seen in the champagne photo. The crowd here at the Golden Spike was primarily train and history buffs, but as history shows us more of the diverse group of people who worked on the railroad, officials here hope the crowd gets more diverse as well.
We are trying to tell a more comprehensive story of the people who built the railroad because it really is an incredible group of people.
But in the historic photo, it's tough to pick out the Latter-day Saints or German, Italian, and Irish immigrants, but even harder to find a single black person in the famous photo, or one from the biggest worker group, the Chinese.
Most of them remained nameless. They would check in at the port and they would be listed as Chinamen. And so their history is the least complete of the Transcontinental Railroad. And so it's our goal to at least keep the story of their contribution very much alive.
So today, several history, religious, and community groups came together to unveil the 23-foot monument to their memory, a sculpture meant to acknowledge the workers who actually built the railroad.
Whether these workers were immigrants, sojourners, pioneers, veterans, or the newly freed, their hopes and disappointments, courage and fear, successes and failures, and triumphs and tragedies have been silenced.
And those affected by it.
The railroad was one of the greatest accomplishments in the history of this country. It came at a great cost to many Native American communities.
While it's easy to get fired up about the bells and whistles, today was about the track.
I looked at the image of the train track that was sent to me, vanishing into the horizon, and reading about the people that gave their life here, that came here, they left their family behind. It became a vertical piece going into the heaven.
And those who came together to lay it.
I have more hope than ever to see our country finally recognize the importance of inclusions, and we have a bright future for our nations.
Brian Champagne, Fox 13 News, Utah.